So we need to talk about Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. And again, like I've done with my previous videos, giving you my history with the Ghostbusters franchise, and then just my review in general. And again, just know that I've only seen the movies, never actually seen any of I guess the only one I'm aware of is the animated TV show, which I don't know if there's any tie-ins or whatever, but again, just focusing on the movies. So, the first time I ever saw Ghostbusters was, I don't know if anyone had Nickelodeon back then when they were doing Nick at Night, but that's how I first got introduced to the Ghostbusters 1 and 2, was just staying up one night, scrolling through the channels, and I never saw Ghostbusters before, but I've heard a little bit about it, so I decided to watch it. I love this first one, and then I know most people hate the second one, but that one really grew on me, the second one. And then, cut to whenever, I forget when they released the reboot where it's all females, but I saw that one, and I was really let down. Really let down. I mean, I know what they were trying to go for. It just wasn't done in the best way. So, again, I discarded that. To me, I still discard it. But then they came out with Ghostbusters Afterlife. And I was worried again because, again, the last one that was released was the reboot. And so I did walk in to the theater worried when I was going to go see it. And I'm glad to say that I was surprised with how emotional, touching it was, how it paid tribute to the first two movies, and again, I walked out loving it. And then again, they announced Frozen Empire, and all I really see from most of the reviews, I guess, and comments is just how bad it is. I mean, even on Rotten Tomatoes, it's not the best score. And I'm just wondering, well, why? Is it really that bad? So, again, I try and go in just with a fresh mind. So, I walked in, but I also walked in just cautious. And at this point, I guess, would be the point where I give you a ranking. But I'm going to be honest with you. Like, of course, very bottom's going to be the reboot, the Ghostbusters Answer the Call, if that, I guess that's the official title, I don't know, but very bottom. But then, the other four movies, Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2, Ghostbusters Afterlife, and this one, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, they all have qualities that make them stand out from each other. And that's what I like about a franchise, to where it makes me debate about the ranking I would go. So again, for this one, no ranking, because they all have their own qualities that make them great. And so again, for the review of this movie, again, I loved it. Walked in, just again, cautious from everything I've heard, but walked out very, very happy with what came out. Only, I guess, nitpick I would have is that, again, this is a sequel to the Ghostbusters franchise, but mostly it's also a sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife. And I guess there's one minor nitpick, one major nitpick. And again, this is, I guess, spoilers. I'm going to try not to spoil the whole movie because, again, this is one of those movies where I don't want to spoil everything for you. So, I'm just going to give you the nitpicks because overall, I love the movie. Go see it for yourself. You'll have a good time. My first minor nitpick is that we really never get a transition as to why they're in New York. I mean, again, I get it. As a Ghostbusters fan, I get it. The firehouses in New York and all that, but we never really get an understanding as to why the characters from Afterlife are in Frozen Empire, because they were in another location entirely for the Afterlife. So, I guess they do make a few references here, like a few of them are there on internships. One of them's lying about what camp they're supposedly going to. But as for the family themselves, we never get an idea of why they are there. Because it's even established by Phoebe, which again, only character I can remember from the new cast, I apologize. But she's even asking her mother why she's there. Phoebe, understandable. She led the movie, and she led the movie in both movies, and Afterlife and this one. But she has a point that her mother really doesn't have a point to be there, and I wish we could have had, I guess, a moment where she talks about why she's choosing to be there. I mean, I get it. Her name's Spangler, so maybe she feels obligation. But again, I would have liked a moment like that in the movie. So just that. Just wondering how we get from Afterlife to Frozen Empire with every character from Afterlife that played a role in that movie. That minor nitpick. My biggest nitpick. And again, just my point of view, my perception of what I saw. Afterlife I loved because of the family dynamic. You could tell that they were a family. Here, I mean, the only way I could say it is that the mother really wasn't acting like the mother in this movie. She didn't seem to care about what her kids were doing. It's only like, again, the second half when all the dangers unleashed, when the second half happens of the movie, that she's forced to become a mother figure again. But during all of Afterlife, she was a mother figure. And then again, just from the beginning of the movie to the point where we get to the second half and she's shoved back into the mother role, which again, she shouldn't be because she is the mother figure. I didn't see that. I just saw her as just treating them like co-workers instead of family. Especially Phoebe. I mean, I feel like Phoebe was not given the credit she was due in the movie, and she was given the credit at the end, but not even by her mother. By one of the original Ghostbusters. So, again, I'm not blaming the actors, and I guess it's just how it was written. They could have done better. Because again, like, Paul Rudd was more of a father figure, even though he's not their paternal dad, than the mother was. So again, I wish they could have handled that better. But other than that, those two things, I loved every part about it. Like the story, the characters still felt like themselves, especially Phoebe and Podcast. I would love to see a Phoebe and Podcast spin-off. Because they stay true to the characters. Again, characters still played themselves, but Phoebe and Podcast just fell back into their roles from Afterlife. So again, overall, I love the movie. Really ties in well with the Ghostbusters franchise, excluding the reboot. Don't talk about that, but go see it for yourselves. You'll have a great time. I did. And again, I was pleasantly surprised again for it to just keep being an enjoyable movie. And I like that in a franchise. Again, not talking about the reboot. But again, go watch it. You'll have a good time. And we will see each other in the next video. But again, really, go watch it. You will have a good time. Don't listen to any of the reviews. I loved it. I hope you love it. And again, sorry, broken record here, but go watch it. I loved it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But we will see each other in the next video. Bye. Also, as always, if there's anything I left out, I apologize. But again, we'll see each other in the next video. Bye.